Ever heard of the Florida skunk ape? Deep in the swamplands, where the air is thick and hangs heavy like a wet blanket, something else lurks. It's not just the alligators or the snakes you have to worry about. Locals talk about it in hushed tones, a creature that smells like a mix of rotten eggs and decaying swamp life. A smell so pungent it can make you gag from 100 yards away. Most sightings are fleeting, a dark, hairy shape darting between the cypress trees just on the edge of your vision. But sometimes it gets closer. One story that always gives me chills comes from a family who moved into a remote cabin bordering the Everglades. They were looking for peace and quiet, a break from the city. What they found was something else entirely. It started subtly. Strange tracks around their property, too big to be a bear, too human-like to be anything else they knew. Then came the smell, that unmistakable, foul odor wafting in on the night breeze. At first, they blamed it on swamp gas or some dead animal nearby, but the smell kept coming back, stronger each time. One night, the mother was washing dishes, looking out the kitchen window into the blackness. That's when she saw it. Two eyes, glowing a faint, eerie red, staring back at her from just beyond the tree line. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. The eyes just watched, unblinking. She called her husband, but by the time he got there, they were gone. They tried to rationalize it a raccoon, maybe a deer caught in their flashlight beam. But it happened again the next night, and the next, the eyes seemed to be getting closer each time. The feeling of being watched was constant, a heavy pressure that settled over their little cabin. The kids were too scared to play outside anymore. Sleep became a luxury they couldn't afford. The breaking point came a week later. They were all in the living room when a loud thump echoed from the side of the house. The dog started barking frantically, a mix of fear and aggression. The father grabbed his heavy-duty flashlight and cautiously went to the window. He peered out, sweeping the light across the yard. Nothing. He was about to turn away when a shadow moved, right up against the house. He aimed the light directly at it, and his blood ran cold. Pressed against the window pane was a face. It was covered in matted, dark hair. The skin underneath was leathery and gray. But the eyes, they weren't just glowing anymore. They were intelligent, they were curious, and they were looking right at him. A huge, ape-like hand with long, dirty fingers was splayed against the glass. He let out a yell, stumbling backward. The creature didn't flinch. It just stayed there, its foul breath fogging up the window, its gaze locked on the terrified family inside. It tilted its head, as if studying them. In that moment, they weren't just seeing a monster. They felt like specimens in a jar. They grabbed the kids and barricaded themselves in the master bedroom for the rest of the night, listening to the sounds of something heavy circling the house, occasionally bumping against the walls, testing its strength. The next morning, as soon as the sun was up, they packed what they could and left. They never went back. The father managed to snap a few blurry photos on his phone during the ordeal. When he showed them to experts, no one could offer a clear explanation. They confirmed the photos weren't digitally altered, but the creature's proportions were all wrong for any known primate. And those glowing eyes? They had no scientific answer for that. So if you ever find yourself in the Florida swamps and you catch a whiff of something truly awful, don't ignore it. It might just be the skunk ape, and it might just be watching you. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this creepy tale, make sure to follow for more. Stay safe out there.